Hi friends, seekers of truth. So today in the Gospel we have another very shocking, almost scandalizing declaration of Jesus in St. Luke. Look, great crowds are following him. This is the context, of course including the 12 disciples who are going to hear very closely what Jesus is going to teach. And this is how the Gospel starts. He turned and said to them, to the crowd, "If anyone comes to me and does not hate his father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. And he who does not carry his cross and follow me cannot be my disciple." Doesn't it scandalize you? Doesn't it shock you to the point of saying, okay, Jesus, if you put the requirements to follow you that high, so bye-bye, we are like many others, we stop following you. So let me ask you, in your Bible, can you check the translation? Because there is a way to understand the word hate. In some translation it is, if anyone comes to me without preferring me to his father and mother. Then we are a bit relieved, right? It's not a question of hatred, because this is really radical, this is almost wrong, because Jesus would go against one of the 10 Commandments. After the love and adoration of God, in the beginning of the 10 Commandments, what do we have? Honor your mother and father. So, how can we really understand this passage? What is the intention of Jesus? It's always, when we prepare the readings, always the question that we may have when we share a gospel discussion with others. What is Jesus' intention by saying this or acting like this? Okay. But what is the purpose of our life? The purpose of our life, for which Jesus comes down on earth, is to be freed from original sin, from our actual sins that are obstacles between us and God, in order to reach perfect communion with God, in truth and in love, and to enjoy the vision of God for eternal life. Because it's such an absolute summit, like the Mount Everest of spiritual life, we need extreme means to reach that extreme love, extreme union with God, right? And this is why we can understand through the two comparisons that Jesus takes to make the people understand that without calculating the cost of following Jesus, hence the cost of the cross, without the cross of Christ, without the sacrifice of Christ, there is no way human beings by their own powers can reach the summit of this life. So now we understand better the analogy of work. Hey, if I want to build a tower, I better see what I have in my bank account. I better see how many skilled workers I have. Otherwise I am a fool. I lack of prudence. And if I want to conquer an enemy, but who might be 10 times more powerful than me, I have no chance. Okay? So, likewise, Jesus said, you want to follow me? You want to become my disciple? Be ready to give up all material possessions and sometimes spiritual possession. And this is the incredible thing that you find in St. John of the Cross. In the dark night, in the ascent of Mount Carmel, and finally in the living flame of love, this is what St. John of the Cross said. This is from the living flame of love. This counsel, so to give up everything, and the last verse of the Gospel, refers not only to the renunciation according to the will of all corporal and temporal things, but also to the dispossession of spiritual things, which includes spiritual poverty, to which the Son of God ascribes beatitude. That means that even our interior richnesses, even the things, the qualities, the knowledge we have, well, we need to offer it all to God, so that Jesus' love God's love be our only possessions. That's why saints became saints. But God is an absolute, and we need to sacrifice everything to please Him, to be perfectly united with Him, if especially we are called to religious life and to the priesthood, for instance.
Voici qui